Good morning, Vietnam. It's like what cringe people say when they don't know what to say.
Oh, God.
Well, we
This
just got
episode
done
started
with
great.
got done
Hey, what
with the
episode number is this?
only episode, yeah.
What number is this again?
74.
74. Episode 74. What's up, everybody? Dekie is currently locked in a cardboard box. He's been living in a cardboard box for 4 days straight. He's also live on Twitch right now. He accidentally leaked our Zencaster room and it filled with his viewers. So our members episode was a little weird.
Little short, cut short.
It was a little. We had to cut it short because we panicked and
short
didn't know
and
how
sweet and ruined.
It's all your fault. You guys did this.
Yeah. So Dekie's been live for like 4 days. This podcast recording isn't going to change that.
Yeah. The man's going to stream when the man's going to
So
stream.
we're doing this live. We're doing it live, and Dekie's been living in that box, as Zichum said, for 4 days. This is day 4. It's very hot in there.
Taking a toll.
He's sleeping in there, by the way.
Space
He's not
madness
leaving.
has taken my soul ever since yesterday. I mean, like, okay, there's a million different things we can talk about. At first, demons were inside me, and I had to do everything I can to get them out. It was the food poisoning. Terrible things have happened inside this box, but we can talk about that later. Let's get through the intro. Let's get in here. Yeah.
No, this is the intro. This is the intro. This dope game came out, right? Marauders. It's like a spaceship, space pirate, looter shooter type game. It's fucking sick. You get your own little spaceship. You go fight whatever. We're all addicted to it. It's an awesome game. Dekie loved it so much, more than anyone could have possibly predicted. I played it, and I was playing it with Omid and Devin. I was like, Dekie would like this game. We should get him on it. Dekie liked it so much he fucking locked himself in a cardboard box for 4 days and hasn't stopped playing it.
It's not a cardboard box. It's a pod. It's a ship.
Pod.
It's a rust bucket.
I know. He made a ship. I just want to explain for the audio listeners what is happening.
Yes.
Is Dekie is effectively in a cardboard box.
Effectively. Spray painted cardboard box.
Everybody thinks it's a green screen. It's not. It's real. It's real. I can touch it all. Even the periscope is real.
Awesome green screen, Dekie. It's so realistic. It's a real spaceship.
So, Dekie, what's it like living in space and streaming from space over the past 4 days? What's been going on?
I'll give a brief rundown. It's been filled with technical difficulties, which I feel like is actually very accurate of a lot of space missions. You got Apollo 13. You got so many things where shit's held together by duct tape, and everything is held together by duct tape right now. So basically, Zichum was right. Like, I didn't get in the influencer beta. By the grace of God, Zichum begged and begged, and they let me in. And I was like, holy shit, this is the game I've always wanted. It's got pirates, it's got space, it's got looter shooter stuff. It's got like weird retro like steampunk bullshit. I was like, this is it. And I'd followed the game before, and then that was the part that hurt me the most. I was like, I've known about this game for like a year. I missed the backing on Kickstarter. How the fuck did I goddamn not get in it? And I was feared. And then I got in.
Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off, but when we were playing it all right, I got in through Zichum too. And like we started playing it with Omid and Xville. and before you got in, we were talking about after we had, experienced the game and figured out what it was all about. We were like, this is a Dekie game. Like, he would fucking love this.
We all
like,
just
this
accepted.
Is right up Dekie's alley.
We all knew it was a Dekie game.
Yeah. I actually think we said that exact, like verbatim. This is a Dekie game. Like, he would love this shit. But yeah, sorry. Continue.
And 100%, yeah, like it's got like everything that I have, like, a major like hard on for it. They put it together, and so yeah, I got in, and I think we talked about this last week's episode, how I got into it. But yeah, so like there was an influencer beta like last week, streamers, and then the Kickstarter backers played, and it was like 300 people total, which was honestly dope because it was literally just like streamers killing streamers. Like, everybody you killed, you recognize their tag for the most part. And then they opened it up for anybody that pre-ordered the game this week, and it's been it's been so good. But like the day before they opened it up, I had been streaming. I was playing DayZ, and I was like, the entire time I was playing, I was like, I need to do something for this. I need to do it. And I've built a cockpit for Microsoft when it came out in 2022 or 2020. And I did an A-Wing
simulator. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did an A-Wing for Star Wars Squadrons. So I've built some set pieces before. And I was like, I'm going to build a rust bucket. I'm going to build a pod.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, I'm ending my stream an hour early. And so it was like 7 p.m. that night. And I end my stream. I go over to Tanya, my girlfriend, and I'm like, hey, Tanya, do you want to like help me with something tonight instead of watching a movie? And she's like, oh God, she like already could tell that this was going to go somewhere terribly wrong. And she's like, yeah, what is it? And I was like, I need to build a spaceship. And she's like, we've done that. And I was like, a different one. And
new
I was
game,
like,
new ship.
we're going to the art store. And so like we go to the art store, and she's like all in. She's like, all right. And so like I get all this like poster board, foam board, whatever. And this is the robust shit. Because I was like, it needs to last some time. And like I get to the checkout, and I was like, this is $250 fucking dollars. I was like, what kind of goddamn ripoff is this for a bunch of fucking goddamn poster board? But I was like, whatever, it's gonna be worth it. So I do it, and then we stay up to like 3 a.m. spray painting shit. We're sitting on like the roof of our apartment. We're spray painting shit. I'm telling her all like how we need to have like these like laser gashes and marks on certain parts of the spaceship and all this other and all the like bizarre stuff that you can't even goddamn see. It's a huge amount of detail.
Where'd you get that like shifter? For like it looks like you ripped it out of a car.
It's a shifter for like the steering wheel for like iRacing.
Okay.
But that's my pressurization valve. So we do all that till like 3 a.m. So it's like 7 p.m., 3 a.m. I'm spray painting, doing all this shit. I get the basic outline built that night. Go to bed. I wake up at like 6:30. Build the rest of it, cut the porthole, add all this bullshit on the walls, add all this other goddamn details. And then like I literally finished everything I wanted to do 3 minutes before I went live. And then I went live and the game released 3 minutes later. And I was all like, we're gaming now. And I'm like, I haven't slept. I'm goddamn tired. This shit's all a disaster. Everybody's like, there's like, he's in a spaceship. And so like I streamed the game for like 13 hours that day. And I was like having a time I got my goddamn life. I'm like a kid. It's like the guy digging the hole. We talked about the hole, man.
Yeah.
This is me. I'm a kid goddamn living in a spaceship.
Let him dig.
Let him dig.
Yeah,
Dude, now that you say that, it kind of is every kid's dream to just build a little cardboard enclosure with like little gadgets and be like pressurizing.
That doesn't go away. Dekie. You actually like do shit. You built this thing. You built a tree house. You do like cool kid shit, but as an adult. Good for you.
I don't know if it's pathetic, but it's this weird mix.
You should send your nephew photos. She's like, hey.
Yeah,
not didn't want to brag, but
that's honestly another thing. My dad, my brother called me about some like family stuff that I need to sort out. Nothing major, but he called me and I was like, I'm streaming right now. I've been streaming for 4 days. I'm inside a cardboard box. And he's all like, okay. Like, but no, I definitely do need to. My nephew would freak the fuck out. That's true. So I did all that and I streamed like 13 hours that day. And I was exhausted because like this is enclosed. There's no vents. There's no tape to the ground, tape to the wall, taped everywhere. And part of me wanted that. Like I'm very much like I like to be immersed. I like to be tortured.
I like torture. Yeah.
And in my head, like, yeah, okay, Dekie, space is cold. It should be cold, not hot. Like, okay, it's a different universe, guys. It's been 70 years in 1992, according to like the game's
lore. It's like 30 feet from the sun.
So I was all like, you guys don't understand. But I wanted it to be like this adventure, this task that I have to, endure through. So I did 13 hours that day of the stream. I was exhausted. I ended the stream. I go to bed and I woke up the next morning feeling so horrible. I felt like I had been beaten the shit out of, and I'd been hydrating like crazy because I am sweating constantly. And I felt so bad. And I woke up the next day and I was like, I'm going to get sick. I need to do this as a subathon. which is kind of counterintuitive. But I was like, this is too good not to. I was like, if I built this shit, we got to go all in.
Yeah.
So I was like, no time to be a bitch. So at that point, like I messaged running my mods. I started thinking, and I'm like, all right, we'll do it till the end of the beta, which is supposed to be Monday. That's 5 days from now. And so like I got some shit ready. I made sure this and that was working, and then I went live, and I went live, and I was like, listen, guys, we're gonna go live for the rest of this time, if you guys want to pay. Which worked out because to bribe Tanya into it, I was like, some of the proceeds that we make from this, I do need to leave the country by the 15th. We can both have a nice little beach vacation instead.
Yeah.
And she was all like, and I was like, I just asked you, maybe, for one, don't leave me. And, maybe
That's an important one.
If I order food, you'll go get the food. You can bring it in. Just, minorly be involved. And she's
Simple
like,
request.
She's like, beach, minor involvement. Okay.
5 days of my boyfriend living in a box, just stinking up the entire place, sweating in there.
If anything, this is containing Dekie's stink. It's containing it.
That's true.
I think part of her was very excited. Yes,
I think she's like really happy until that porthole opens, and then she's like, "Oh God!"
She's the one that can't breathe, not me.
She's actually an advocate for not taping a big box fan to the side of it to ventilate it, because it's like keeping all of the stench in there.
Wait, Dekie, why do you want to like make it so like the most miserable it can possibly be on yourself? Like, what's going on there?
It's funny.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, a lot of my streams are me being tortured by playing games I suck at by I used to do 15-hour streams. I did that for 2 years, 15-hour streams 6 days a week.
Yeah.
That was miserable. And so like part of it was endurance, part of it was like even playing games I didn't like.
Falling asleep on streams. That was the best.
And a lot of things over time, people have been like, Dekie, you're so soft. Dekie, you've become such a bitch compared to like the hard streamer you were with 3 viewers. And I'm like, yeah, my 3 viewers, man, I really want to stay there. And
he's so becoming
like, human. But I do like challenges. And like, I mean, I've done multiple things in my life where, I try and make it more challenging than it needs to be, just to make it an accomplishment, entertaining, something that I need to strive for.
Yeah, like during the subathon, you were the only one who stayed on the beam the whole time.
Yeah, there was no need for that, but it's just
staying on the beam with the boys.
Yeah, this guy's on the bean, huh, guys?
So, I did that, and I was like, no Vince, no fan. But I did take note, because like that first day fucked me when I streamed 13 hours. And I was like, this could honestly be like a health hazard. And I don't want to have something like this. So I made it very clear with like Tanya. I made it clear with like my mods. I made it clear with myself in my chat. And I was like, if this gets to the point where I'm like dizzy, where I'm like feeling sick, I'm cutting Vince. We'll take off the top. We'll do something to make it to where like it's more normalized. It's okay. Because I was like, it's hot as fucking here. Like I am dying. I am wet. You guys can't see it. Like I'm dripping wet. My back is like, you could touch my back. It's wet.
And you're like wearing like so many clothes. It's like a fucking flight suit.
It's so stale.
Wait, and you haven't showered or anything, right?
No. That part I did for myself too.
Nobody told me not to shower, but Tanya I like to, and I like the smell.
I told her it was against the rules, but it's not. It's just my own little fantasy. I am the dirtiest I've ever been in my life. You have
Tanya's
no
like,
idea.
Who makes these rules? Who made this rule that you can't shower? Is this rule? What is this?
So anyway, this is all going somewhere. Besides it being stale, hot, incredibly, I am at the first day was the worst, because like I had to get accustomed to it, and I'm still miserable now. But like the first day, every 5 minutes, I was like, guys, I'm not gonna be able to make it. It's so hot. It's so hot. It's so hot. But I kept going. And then so like a lot of streamers do for subathons. This one's capped. It's capped at like 5 days. Not a big deal. I wasn't gonna have it go extended. But I was like, I'm not going to do any like daily goals. A lot of streamers have daily goals. I'll shave my eyebrow. I'll do this crazy bullshit. And I was like, this one, the goal is to have me be more miserable than the day I was before. And the first day I had made one thing that they could do is they paid me $50 plus food cost, and I'll eat what they order from Uber Eats. And I had done that during my COVID-a-thon, but I had forgotten about the fact, for one, during COVID-a-thon, I had promised I would never eat their goddamn food for $50 again, that I wanted $100 or $200.
Yeah, you're crazy.
And I made that mistake of being all like, it's just eating food. And then I also made the mistake of realizing that I couldn't taste anything back then.
Yeah.
COVID fucked up your taste buds, didn't it?
Yeah. So I did that, and the first thing they had me eat was tacos that were made out of cow eyeballs. And so I ate cow eyeballs, and even when I looked at it, they looked very gushy, not very brown. They didn't look terribly cooked, and I became violently ill the next morning when I woke up.
Oh, what a surprise.
I slept for about an hour, and then I realized I had a terrible case of food poisoning.
I was surprised that the cow eyeball taco gave you food poisoning.
Yeah.
Listen, lightly cooked cow eyeball.
And Dekie, you are not an adventurous eater.
You guys all know my eating habits.
I am an adventurous eater. I'll eat almost anything. I would not fucking touch a cow eyeball taco. That is fucking disgusting. Just for, my like self-preservation alarms go off just when I hear about that. And look what and I would have been right. You did get violently.
I had already said that I would do it for $50 though, and they donated, and I was like, this was a mistake. I can't go back on it.
How do they even find that? It's so gross.
Dekie needs to learn like what rates are, because like he's working for pennies here, eating cow eyeballs. Like, what the fuck?
He is torturing himself for free, is what he's doing.
This story's going on for way too long. But I was violently sick, and the whole problem is, for me to exit my pod, there is a process. I said this from the start. I have my EVA suit on. I have to put on my helmet, and I have to do the latch to depressurize the chamber. I have to make the sound, and then I can open the hatch, go out. I have to come back in, repressurize the chamber, take off my helmet. And with the food poisoning, they counted. I pissed out of my ass 16 times that day. Which is a real big pain in the ass when you're wearing a jumpsuit, for one, and you have to go through this entire process to go in and out. And not to mention, it was Friday, and that's the day that my maid comes. And I'm so sorry for what I did to the bathroom to that poor woman. Because she would it was every 10 to 15 minutes that I'd have to exit the pod and go back to the bathroom. I could not stop. It was the worst. For one, terrible stomach ache, and then I'm just constantly just pissing out of my ass over and over and over again.
Shits.
Yeah. And the poor maid was literally in the bathroom. She'd clean it, and then I'd have to go in and be like, hey, can I use the restroom? And she'd be like, okay. And she'd leave, and then I'd go in the restroom, do terrible things. And then she'd go back in. And I'd try and even clean up after I was in there. I'd scrub a little bit here or there. I'd be like, poor woman. And then she'd go back in, and she could clearly tell what I was doing, what was going on in here. And then 10 minutes later, I'd be like, hey, before she could finish, I'd be like, hey, can I go back in? And then I'd go back in, and then I went in while she cleaned the bathroom alone out of the apartment. I went in 4 times.
God.
Did you explain to her what was going on with
the box? Not to mention, the maid came over, and the crazy white guy is sitting in a box screaming at his computer. I mean, she knows I'm always in here screaming at my computer, but she comes in, and this time I'm entombed in a box dressed as some crazy man,
dude,
crawling out of a hole.
You know she went home and told every single person
she's
knows
told everyone
about the crazy white kid who keeps shitting all day and living in a box.
She's probably like, he must have something wrong with him. Like, I swear to God.
But his girlfriend's so normal. She's so nice.
She doesn't even think she's his girlfriend.
Crazy man.
Was Tanya home?
Tanya takes care of this nice young man.
She was home, and Tanya's been very gracious to this. She's like, you gotta stop going to the bathroom. And I was like, I can't.
Oh man.
So the food poisoning just set it, and that was on the first day. It just set this shit off so bad. And then I slept an hour that day. I played with Aqua the next day. I was out of my mind, delirious. I couldn't pay attention to anything. I felt so bad. And then, but the night before last, I slept 10 hours, felt amazing. Last night, I slept another 10 hours, felt amazing. I'm feeling like a champion right now. But at the same time, my body is quickly deteriorating. It is it has hit that limit. It is this has got to stop. I'm having a real hard time.
You're lucky it's almost over.
NASA scientists will look back on these VODs when planning our first Mars mission.
No freeze-dried eyeball tacos aboard the ship.
We cannot bring the cow eyeball tacos, guys.
Everything else, fine.
And we need this Tanya woman. We need her on this mission.
But like, you think about it. Like, think about when you do moving or you do anything that's in a, like, I was thinking like a moving and they're always hot as shit, or anything that you do that's in an extreme climate. You get so tired.
Yeah.
Like, it is
Dekie,
exhausting.
I went outside for an hour today and like moved my car out of the garage and just like tinkered with some little parts on it. And it was 70 degrees and the sun was out, and that was too much for me. I was like, whoa, it's a scorcher.
And he threw up.
He threw up
out
before
this episode.
And then I took a nap and threw up before this episode.
He had such an adverse physical reaction to going outdoors on a beautiful day.
Jesus Christ, is that sunlight? Oh my God.
He's like a vampire.
I'm getting sick.
Speaking of vampires, actually, so Dekie, you've got like a red light going on in there, and you've been sleeping in this pod as well. I don't know if that's clear. He's been sleeping on the floor in there like a little dog, like a little
5 by 5.
vampire.
I can't even like fully stretch out. It's so tiny.
Yeah, so like I watched you go to bed last night, and you were like laying down there with the red light. You looked terrifying, absolutely horrifying down there. And then I watched you get up from that this morning. I check in on you, and make sure you're doing all right. Make sure you're not too sweaty or passed out or something, or like shitting your pants, whatever else has been going on in this fucking box you've created. But I watched you stand up today, and you were just like, I could like hear every bone in your back like crack as you like brought yourself to an upright position after a night of sweating on the floor for the 4th night. Oh man.
The last 2 nights I've slept with like a yoga mat on the ground, and I don't use blankets or anything. I wear my suit when I sleep. I don't need a blanket. It's already hot as fuck. Yes. Yeah.
You must feel disgusting.
The first night I didn't have the yoga mat, and I literally had like a little throw blanket that I put on the ground, which gave 0 cushioning. And that's the night I slept like an hour. My bones, everything in my body hurt. It was the worst thing of my entire life. That yoga mat has saved me the last 2 days. So
it's like when Omid kept deflating my fucking bed during the summer. I'd wake up and it would just be flat, and my hips would hurt. I'm too old. Yeah, I get
I've been going to bed at night, and before I go to bed, I'm like, I better check in with the boy, and I'll open up Twitch on my phone, and I'll just watch Dekie on his phone laying on the ground, and he's like this, and he's just like chilling, like. And I watched him as he went like, and then like liked something on Twitter, and then I got like the notification like above it was like, Dekie liked your tweet. I was like, yes,
I got a chuckle.
It's the best 10 minutes of my day. When I lay down, I'm like, it's gonna cool off a little bit. I can catch up with what's going on with the world, and I get to sleep. That is, it's so nice.
The world outside my warm, electricity-filled air prison. Like when I mentioned on the members episode, like when I shut the door to my office, I got 2 PCs running in there, and you do too, Dekie. You got a 2 PC setup, right?
I did put them on the outside, but
luckily,
oh, okay, smart.
Yeah, those monitors are still hot.
Monitors are hot.
The monitors, the lights are hot. I'm putting off a lot of heat.
Gamer heat. Don't breathe this.
Damn. Wow. That was smart. If those PCs were in there,
you
might have
I would legit have had an emergency of some sort.
You would have had to cut holes.
Yeah.
Honestly, like they give off like a thick, kind of staticky, like electric. You can like smell it almost, that air. That gamer air.
I burnt my hand the other day touching the glass on the side of my PC. For some reason, I think my thermal paste on my CPU is like going or something. I was playing Marauders and my CPU was at 92 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
That's not Fahrenheit. That's Celsius,
hot.
baby.
Yeah.
I touched the glass while I was streaming. I was like, God, guys, it's like hot here. I like touched the glass. It like fried my fingertips. I was like, ah.
I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, I did. I took the so I took the glass like panel off the side of my PC. It was just it was like an oven. It was open in front of me, like a wave of fucking heat. Just like
you gotta do the old Orby trick. Strap a box fan to the side of that sucker.
I considered it. I almost went out and grabbed my box fan and put it like right here because I was like, holy shit.
Orby gamed on a computer with no fans but a big box fan on the side.
He also had his
3 years.
He also had his his headset that was broken, so he had it taped to his head, like he was like blue tape around.
Now he wears a broken headset with sound that's held on with another headset.
That doesn't have
on
sound.
Top of it, that doesn't have sound, but the structure of it is there. The structural integrity keeps the first headset on. It's really something. He's got quite the operation going on there.
I have external fans blowing on my stream PC right now.
Yeah.
So no, I'm right there with you, and that's not even inside. If it was inside, this stream would have ended ages ago.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, because you would have passed
myself.
out.
Yeah,
probably. So what's the temperature in there? Like 90 something degrees, right?
It's I had the thermometer, and it's usually hovers around just under 90 as far as like internal temp.
How are you able to like sleep or even function in heat like that, dude?
I can't sleep like that.
I end my stream early if it gets even the least bit like uncomfortable temperature wise in my office, because sometimes like I have to install an air conditioner in my window and it will blow the circuit breaker if I try to run that and my PC for too long. So eventually I just got to give up. I'm like, it's too fucking hot. I'm hot. I'm ending it. And I don't. How,
this is at a comfortable 72 degrees.
that's like 80 degrees in my office. I'm like, can't do it. I'm done.
But yeah, that's the temperature just as is. Not to mention like the static air, no ventilation, nothing moving, and then I'm also wearing like a full flight suit, and gaming hard. Like I said, I've not been wet or moist for 4 days. Like. I'm interested to see what the fuck might happen to my body after this shit. This has been an science experiment.
Vietnam soldiers would get the trench foot from like wet shoes all the time.
My entire body.
He takes the spacesuit off. There just leeches all over his body for some reason. Like
I'm gonna have mold all over me. I don't even want to look. I don't know what's going on under here.
You know how astronauts, when they get back into Earth, they like forget how to like live because they like drop stuff thinking it's just gonna sit there. That's what Dekie's gonna do the whole time. Even though he has gravity, he's gonna be like. He's just gonna drop his drink randomly.
I'm not gonna be able to get up without hitting a valve and putting a helmet on.
He'll come out of there like a couple inches taller because his spine is.
He's gonna have Pavlovian response to getting up from his computer, where he's like depressurize.
But the greatest achievement in my eyes is that he had such horrible diarrhea, yet still hasn't showered. That is remarkable.
Yeah, well,
that's really.
Baby
That's
wipes,
incredible.
That and but like, dude, with that food poisoning, I was legit like, this is gonna end because like that morning it kept getting worse. The pain kept getting worse and worse and worse, and I was like, if this gets much worse within the next hour, we're gonna have to like cut this short. And I already felt bad because there's like 20 hours on the clock. I was like, I can't rip these guys off. But then luckily, like, I peaked and it started getting better, and I was like, we're in it, baby. I was like, we're recovering.
Yeah, that's crazy. If my head hurts even a little bit, I end my stream. So
I was
literally shitting himself and still streaming.
But you're amazing, Dekie. You like keep like a very positive frame of mind like through all this stuff. Like you get a little cranky, but like way less than like a normal person would. I think
not a normal person.
Your endurance is insane. Like I don't know how you do this shit. But
I've said it for years. Dekie's crazy. I've said it for years.
Honestly, Kings told me about you like way back. And how he described you was literally like, Sir Dekie's crazy. Just like that. And you know what? He was right.
Yeah. A lot of people have thought I've calmed down over the last couple of years. I had to re-up the ante, baby. I had to get back out there.
You had to show that you're still crazy.
And I think we definitely did it with
the longer I've known you,
one.
the more crazy you get, too. You know? I don't think so at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The only other thing really, we don't have to talk about this the entire episode.
It's very interesting.
It is.
I'm loving this.
It's fine.
A lot of people have come into my stream thinking I'm related with like the Marauder game. Yeah. And they're like, and also the other part is I'm like, go buy it. So they're like, this guy's like shilling and he's being paid.
How much are they paying you for this?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, there's no goddamn connection. They didn't even let me in the influencer beta. People had to beg.
They don't even know who I am.
They didn't before this.
They do now.
Well,
they
now
really
they do.
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they gotta know now.
I know. Yeah.
And the best part was Team 17, like I think the publisher for the game,
publisher,
not necessarily, their Twitch channel came in the middle of me waking up realizing I had the worst food poisoning in my life. And I had the game up. I was not playing, and I was just talking about how I was shitting my fucking brains out constantly. And they came in, they're like, hey man, we love the setup. And I was like, guys, I have just shit 10 times in the last fucking 4 hours. And I was like, oh hey, Team 17, love the game. I gotta go back to the restroom. And they're like, I can't imagine what that poor social media manager was like. What the fuck is going on here? And they're like, this guy's like
waddling out, like holding his ass, like in
a little space suit.
And I felt so bad because they're also like, this guy is also like somehow, despite not being like the number one streamer or anything in the category, he's like, this guy's like made himself the face of our game partially by believing in this spaceship, and we didn't choose this.
Yeah, they don't want this.
They're like, do we want this guy representing us with a spaceship? But yeah, so like I felt like they probably felt kind of awkward because I'm also not the most like,
advertiser friendly.
Politically, advertiser friendly streamer in the game. And so I feel like there probably was a little bit of like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he shilling our game? Not to mention he built this spaceship. And I mean, thank God I'm not like the biggest streamer in their category, else that would have been really weird for them. But it's been cool, and I've talked to them more. For one, my account got hacked.
I was there for that.
They turned my level from level 19 to 496,000.
Yeah,
500,000. And I had a bunch of dev weapons. They gave me all of the capital. I had like 70 capital ships in my hangar, despite I was only supposed to have 3 ship spots.
We used one of the frigates before because we didn't know what to do with it. We didn't know how to delete the ships or anything.
In the middle of playing with Aqua, and Don Tony. So that happened. I prestiged my account. I wiped everything. And I had talked to the devs, like, guys, what do I do with this shit? Like, do I delete it? But every time I deleted it, it reappeared. So I couldn't even get rid of this shit. And then I would like take in a Uzi, and then I'd spawn into the map, and I'd have a dev gun overlapped over the Uzi. So I couldn't even like not use this shit if I didn't want to. And the devs are cool about it. They're like, yeah, we understand. It's not you. Just keep playing.
Game's pre-alpha.
Just delete it.
Whatever.
But like just deleting it was like difficult from what I understand. Yeah. And also this dev gun that he got shot directly left. It was unplayable, the game. I was going in there and he was getting shot in the fucking neck because he couldn't like do anything.
I killed Don Tony because it's called dev gun, and it had like a 160 round mag, and I had never used it, and I shot, but no bullets went forward, and I killed Don Tony, who was to the left of me. So it just 90 degrees left. But yeah, it was this whole convoluted mess. I talked to the devs a little bit about it. They were cool about it. And then today they came in and they were like, you want to come do like the last like dev hunt with us? And they were the coolest dudes ever about it. They were like hyping up the spaceship. They were like, we love it. It's been the talk of the office, seeing you be miserable and dying in there, even with your food poisoning, everything else. And it made me glad because I had genuinely kind of felt bad being like, I'm not trying to make myself like their poster boy by building a spaceship. I'm just trying to have fun. But they were very, very cool about it. And we were just playing just before we did the recording now.
Yeah.
So that it ended up being good. But yeah, that's not enough about the goddamn spaceship. What else is going on?
It's Mother's Day, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Happy Mothers to all the mothers watching. I'm sure we have
all
one or two at least.
Mothers whose son makes them watch our podcast with them. Maybe one or two out there. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to you.
Yeah.
Mom, they're talking about you. Mom.
I've completely forgotten everything I wanted to talk about because I was so into Dekie's story.
Well,
I don't think we could top that.
I know exactly what I wanted to talk about.
The fact that you threw up 12 minutes before recording this?
Aquash.
No, I mean, I was going to try to move into...
Aquash. Go again. What do you want to talk about?
I know exactly what I want to talk about. My balls. I didn't know if you guys were gonna let me do the ad read or not.
I didn't see it coming.
That's why I was trying to tell Aqua to shush. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I fuck up every outro and ad read. Just get it done. I'm just gonna shut up.
I mean, it's fine, Aqua. We're just goofing around. Fellas, have you started spring cleaning yet? That's a direct question for all the fellas out there. Fellas, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants. It's time to clear out your winter bush and join the other 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off, plus free shipping with the code GAMERHOLE. That's 20% off, plus free shipping with code GAMERHOLE, no space. Thank you so much, Manscaped, for continuing to sponsor this podcast. Real cool bunch over there.
Thanks,
even though Aqua's trying to stop it. Yeah. But other than that, thanks, Manscaped.
Apart from Manscaped being fantastic sponsors of the stream, Z-Chum, on the members only episode, before I totally ruined it, you were going to tell us about your motivation to start your work habit every day.
But I kind of forgot all that already.
Well, we got to talk about something.
I woke up this morning and I left my house. I left my house this morning.
Yeah.
I went to brunch this morning. I haven't gone out to eat since before COVID, 2019.
Really?
Probably last time I'd gone out to eat. Yeah. Like sat down and eaten somewhere. 2019. So I was actually kind of looking forward to it. I was like, oh my God, we went to Mother's Day brunch with Katie's mom. And I was like, you know what? This is going to be nice. I'm going to go out. People are going to make me food and I'm just going to eat it. No, don't worry about any dishes or anything. Just get to like hang out, eat some food. And it was fucking horrible. I ordered like French toast and it was like burnt as shit. It was like disgusting. I can't believe they even brought it to me. It was like all just like charred and black. And I was like, is this how French toast is supposed to be? It's like the first time I go to a restaurant in like 3 years. It was like kind of gross. It's kind of terrible.
Great.
No good, huh?
Good maple syrup at least.
And then I came home and I threw up before the gamer hole. So
maybe it wasn't the pasta. Maybe it was.
I don't think the pasta. I don't think the 2 bowls of pasta I ate before the gamer hole helped. But I definitely don't think the burnt French toast I ate for breakfast helped either.
I love how like 2 very bland foods like gave you like this issue while Dekie had to eat like an eyeball to
an eyeball taco.
That was the other thing. I ate another eyeball taco the next night while I still had food poisoning. There was a lot of money on the line. There was a lot of money. That's it. I had to suck it up.
Another $50, huh?
It was like $52.
Look, I had already been like, guys, we're not doing any more food. I'm done with this because I have food poisoning. And then somebody was like, so how much do I need to pay? And they offered a number that I couldn't resist. So yeah, I ate it. I ate half the entire taco because I said I'd only take a bite, and for that amount, I ate half. I had to swallow actual vomit in my throat. Like it came up, it was in my mouth. There was liquid in my mouth. $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have done it for $1,000.
That's a good amount.
I was all in.
That's a good Dekie amount. I think I would have held out to like.
I was beyond fine with that. Yeah, I was all like, I would have done it for 200.
I would probably eat it for 1,000.
Dekie ate the first one for $50.
But he got violently ill.
Yeah, but even so, like diarrhea can be kind of fun. Actually, it gives you something to do. Like he's not going anywhere. He's stuck in the box anyway. You know what I mean?
I forget eating the taco for the second time. My girlfriend
nice
also ate one for $1,000 as well. So
what?
Yeah.
What?
Honey ate one too?
She took a bite. I ate half.
That's brave.
That's brave.
So it's a big to do, but yeah, we had to step up to the occasion.
Do you think that these companies that were selling them were like, who the fuck is actually ordering this, or do they actually sell that a lot there?
Like the first taco
Tanya
they've
actually
made.
called it and questioned about it, and they don't sound like they sell it a lot because she asked like, what's the proper way to eat it? When's the occasion to eat it? And the guy kind of sounded like, not often.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat this very often.
Ma'am, there is no occasion. You don't eat these for fun, okay? Nobody eating these is celebrating anything. The
occasion is if someone offers you $1,000 to eat this. That would be the one occasion.
Yeah. We make this dish for streamers, for dares.
That's my number, boys. There you have it.
Doesn't even have to be food.
Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get us back on the goddamn fucking taco shit. Yeah,
hey,
you're out.
You have by far done the most interesting thing this week out of all of us, so that's fine.
But no, Zicham, you've really not been out to eat or do anything?
Not out to eat, no.
Like, I realize I have definitely been out more than the rest of us.
I've been going out to eat.
COVID started and we just stopped going out to eat, right? Like a lot of people did. And then as it started to like cool off, a lot of people went back to like going out to eat. But I think I got so used to like going a year without going out to eat that I just never, I mean, I'll still like swing through like Taco Bell or something, right? And I'll still like order Uber Eats. We just never ended up like going back out to eat since like early 2020, I think. So
I haven't gone out much. Yeah. I think
I literally went out none. Zero.
Probably been going out less for sure still. But
I think it's hard.
nice,
I mean,
dude.
it's also like city and non-city.
It felt like 2018. People were just eating food, hanging out. It was cool.
Yeah.
Except the food was garbage.
Yeah, except it was horrible.
That's too bad.
It was nice.
That reminds me. Did I tell you about my experience at a diner recently when I was recognized for the second time out in the wild?
You told me, but I don't think you said podcast.
I didn't tell it on the podcast. Your story at your brunch reminded me of this because we've gone out to eat a little bit here and there. Me and my wife went out to lunch at a diner, and now that like COVID is like. It's still around, but like we're starting to go out a little more here and there and doing our thing.
It's done.
Yeah, fuck that. It's higher than it was last year, but okay.
Yeah, and actually, more people I know have had COVID in the past month than ever.
I have a bunch of friends with COVID right now.
Yeah, but everybody seems to be okay. Fortunately, I guess that's the most important thing. But so anyway, we've been like going out a little more, and since. I never got recognized ever before like COVID. And I think my like YouTube channel and stream and everything kind of got bigger in that time. And now that I'm going out more, it's weird. Like the first little bit of me going out, I got recognized. We were sitting there eating lunch. Well, actually, we walked in and I my eyes just dart over to this other table. And this guy is just sitting there, and he just gave me gamer energy. Like I could just tell. And our eyes locked, and I was like, "You might know." And I sat down at the booth. We sat down, and had lunch. I had a turkey club, I think, and it was kind of embarrassing.
Want that?
I'll get to this later. So I was eating a turkey club, and my wife had like some sort of chicken wrap or something. I don't know. Not important to the story, but
Some
we're
sort
eating
of
our lunch,
cow eyeball
hanging out.
taco thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's filled with eyes. Actually, she needed, just a good clean out. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and as this other table with this dude are leaving, he stops over and says, "Hey, so sorry to bother you. I'm just a huge fan of your work." My work, he said. What a respectful way to say, nice sitting on stream playing games and just stinking up the place. You know what I mean? But it was really cool. We shook hands, and like I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." I shook his hand, and I was like, "Thank you for watching," blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Yeah." And like before I knew it, he was already like walking away. And I started getting all self-conscious, like, "Oh, why didn't I stand up? Why didn't I offer to like take a picture or ask his name or do anything?" And then I was like freaking out, and I was just like staring, not eating, like just staring at the table, just like thinking in my head, just like freaking out, because gamers are not meant to meet in the wild this way.
No.
It was very unexpected. Yeah. It was cool. It was exciting, but I didn't know what to do. And it's the second time it ever happened. And I was just staring at the table, and my wife was like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" And I was like, "I feel so bad. I didn't ask his name. I didn't like engage enough. I didn't stand up even." And she's like, "It's fine. It happened like so fast. He like left before like you even had a chance." And I was like getting all in my head about it. But then anyway, we finish up, and I and I was like, "Oh my God, I have this huge bowl of mayonnaise just sitting on the table here. That's so embarrassing. What if he saw the mayonnaise?" The guy asked me if I want mayonnaise with my sandwich, and fuck you guys. I like mayonnaise a little bit,
Bring me a whole bowl, sir.
No, I was like, yeah. He was like, "You want mayonnaise?" I was like, "Sure, I'll take some mayonnaise. I like to dip my fries in it." And then he brought me like a large like soup bowl filled with mayonnaise. It was insane.
Hey, we got a mayonnaise enjoyer. Bring out the bowl. Bring out the bowl.
Yeah. So liking mayonnaise was very uncool in the early 2000s. So, I don't give a shit anymore. I'll eat my mayonnaise. Anyway, that was kind of embarrassing. I was hoping he didn't see the mayonnaise. But then anyway, I go back home, start up my stream. And I was telling the story, and he was in chat. And then I told him, I had the chance to tell him, like, "I'm so sorry I didn't engage with you more." And he's like, no, I didn't want to bother you. I was so nervous. And I was like, I was so nervous too. And then I told him about the mayonnaise and I was like, "Did you notice the mayonnaise?" He's like, "Yeah, it was weird." It was just really nice. It was great. And I was like, "Well, thanks for saying hi and whatever." And I don't know, it was just cool. It was funny.
At least he was in chat, because otherwise we never know.
The biggest question is, did you like try to reach out and be like, put out a tweet or be like, "Where is this man? I need to apologize for my mayonnaise."
He just was there during the stream
I'm sorry you had to see the mayonnaise on the table.
No, that's basically what I said. It was like, I didn't ask for the mayonnaise. He just brought it. Okay.
Dude, that's the greatest story ever. That's so good.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. And he was super nice, super cool. It was a pleasure to meet you once again. And
that dude went home and told all his friends in his Discord, "I just met Aqua FPS in a diner, and he was eating a bowl of mayonnaise like it was soup.
Bowl.
He was eating it like it was soup with a spoon." It was crazy.
Yeah.
Which would go great, because if he told everyone that, they'd 100% believe it, because he's been talking about it on stream. "I love mayonnaise. What's wrong with loving mayonnaise?"
Listen, I'm a based mayonnaise-pilled gamer, okay? And I don't give a shit. I'm on my Sigma mayonnaise grind set.
Desperately trying to shed the piss boy for mayonnaise boy.
Yeah. Mayo Man.
Mayo Man.
But yeah, it was pretty funny. The best part is that he was in chat, and we got to like hash out the awkwardness of the whole thing together after the fact, publicly in front of chat.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was funny.
You know, he could have just been like, that guy's weird. I'm unfollowing him, unsubbing. I'm not gonna follow his stuff anymore. Fuck that.
Last time I talked to him, don't meet your heroes, right, guys?
Don't meet your heroes.
It was a perfectly nice and normal interaction. It was a little brief, but I think he wanted it to be brief. Mm-hmm. And the only weird part was the bowl of mayonnaise. And I don't think he even noticed it at first, really. So it's fine. But yeah, that's my story.
My buddies stopped by today. We were like just hanging out in my front yard. He was like, "Yeah, I told my friend I was coming over to hang out with you." And my buddy was like, "Oh, so Z-Chum." And I was like, "Oh my god, it's weird that people know me or like talk about me outside of like call me Z-Chum."
When I leave a room or like leave like a call or anything like that, or just like, I'm always so surprised that people can talk about me when I'm not there to hear it. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like
I lack object permanence.
Exactly. Yeah. You could play peekaboo with me and go like this, and I'll be like, "Where'd you go?"
Where's my bowl of mayonnaise? Where is it?
Just last night when Aqua was in my chat, people were talking about him. He came in, he's like, "You said what?" So no, that's not true, Aqua. We were talking about the tube dudes because somebody found the tube dudes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, it's true. Like, it's always shocking to me when like people like tell me that they were talking about me when I wasn't there. I'm like, what? You do this? But I don't know why that's weird to me, but it just is. Maybe I'm not a fully formed, I don't have a fully formed functional mind. I'm not sure, but...
My dream scenario is to like be in a bar with my biggest hater and then have someone walk up to me like, "Oh my god, Z-Chum, I love your YouTube videos and your podcast. You're so funny," and like shake my hand and say they wish I was their dad and that they love me and then kiss me and so that everyone
I feel like
knows
that'll just give your hater more ammunition to make fun of you and hate you. That's how I feel about it.
No, wait, it's backfiring. No.
Oh, what do you do? Z-Chum? You play video games? You fucking nerd. Cool.
Oh, you make a little podcast?
Yeah.
You're funny.
Oh,
hey, everyone. This guy calls himself Z-Chum.
Hey, it's Tanner from high school. So you're having fun with your little
Tanner.
You having fun twitching out there? Fucking pussy.
LMAO, looks like you've come a long way from high school.
Yeah.
When you were pissing your pants.
Tanner.
Yeah.
Fucking
I see you stopped pissing your pants in the hallway. Well, good for you, man.
Now you're pissing in them sitting in your fucking gamer chair. So you won't get up to go to the bathroom.
In a fucking box for some reason. You're like in a fucking box pissing your pants. Like won't shower for 5 days straight.
Dekie, are you looking forward to a shower or what?
Yeah.
That part's the least of my like. I'm just looking forward to be in a place that's ventilated. Like,
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
I actually am a little concerned about the carbon dioxide buildup in that box, Dekie.
Yeah. After I made it through the first day, I was like, well, clearly it's not gonna kill me.
I did mention that there should be like some holes cut out the bottom so that way.
He's like a bug in a box.
Yeah, like an animal. He's like a mouse.
Air holes in it.
Like a rat in a box.
Yeah.
On his way back home from Petco.
I'm gonna put a few blades of grass in there for you to nibble on, Dekie.
So speaking of people meeting people nobody recognized me that I don't know or anything. But yesterday was like Saturday, and part of like my planning for this subathon, I had asked my girlfriend, I was like, "Do we have anything this week?" And she's like, "Well, it's my sister's husband's birthday and we're going." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Well, I'm not going. I'm gonna sit in my box. And he's very cool. I love the guy. The guy's nice. He tries very hard to be friends with me. I try to be friends with him, but I'm a freak. I don't know how to have real life friends.
Capable of relationships.
Yeah. But no, he is very cool, and he is very, very nice to me. And so yesterday, my girlfriend had been out, and she comes home with her sister, and I didn't know it. And I get a knock on my hatch, and she's like, "Hey, my sister's here. Come say hello." And I was like,
"You called it your hatch."
And
she did not bring a guest into this home while you are covered in your own shit and sweat.
And I mean, they know that I'm like a streamer guy, and
this goes beyond.
This goes beyond.
And I heard those words through the hatch, and I was like, "Oh God, no. It's already. I'm already such an awkward person. I'm already so terribly antisocial and weird." I was like, "Don't do this, no." And she's like, "Well, come say hello." And I was like, "Oh God, okay." And at this point, I had to decide between, am I going to be authentic with my chat and put on the helmet and devenilize the chamber, or am I going to say, "Fuck you, chat. I'm just going to go out of my hole and say hello to this woman"?
What did you do? What did you choose?
You stayed strong to chat, didn't you?
I put on the helmet.
Yeah!
And I deventilized the chamber. I made the sound, and I opened the hatch. And
followed by a horrible smell.
You wafted into her face. She was like,
and I greatly appreciate. She has been so kind to me throughout our entire relationship. She has always been a very much like a mediator between Tanya and I. If there's like difficulties or anything else, this she's an angel. And I open the hatch and I'm like, "Hola." And she looks at me, and it's just like part of like, I expected this out of you. I'm disappointed. What the fuck is going on? But it also wasn't judgmental. It was. I don't know what to think of it. It's gonna take a lot of time to analyze just what her face
what happened.
Yeah,
this is a situation where you come out and you're just like, "I'm sorry." Like immediately.
And I think she saw that. I think she saw that, and I think she knew that I was staying true to the bit. I didn't want to.
What did Tanya think was gonna happen? Come on.
Yeah.
She wanted it. She wanted to humiliate me. It was all part of her plan.
I think Tanya's trying to break you. And she's like, "I bet you that if my sister comes over, he won't act like a complete weirdo."
She was like, "He won't put on the helmet if she's here." I did. I put on the helmet. But I was like, "Hi, tell your husband happy birthday." And I like had Tanya pick up like a bottle of mezcal for him. So like I'd had a gift. I had it planned out. It wasn't like I forgot. And then like 2 hours later, I get a message from the husband. He's all like, "I hear you're in a box. I miss you were here. I wish you were here, man, but we can drink this bottle another time." And I was like, "Oh my fucking God, kill me now. God damn it." I was like, they're over there at their family talking about me in a box.
Yeah, they're definitely just talking about you the whole time they're there.
They had a whole conversation about this.
Yeah.
So you still dating that guy, huh?
Yeah.
Still dating Box Guy.
Box Guy, that's my new name. But they were all very kind about it. I can't be judgmental. She was... I saw the sympathy in her eyes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it wasn't that I met somebody I didn't know. Jeez. I just was more embarrassed about my livelihood than I normally am.
Yeah. It's tough.
You're doing great, Dekie.
You're doing great, Dekie.
Thanks, guys.
One day you'll get out of that box and everything will go back to normal. Tomorrow at what time? Is this when the beta ends, right? Or the
9
alpha?
p.m. tomorrow. The beta. That was the problem. When I started the whole subathon, I didn't know when the beta ended, so I was like, Monday night.
Brave.
The beta ends at 10 a.m. So I gotta like sit in this box and do nothing, or like play Daisy for like an extra 10 hours. But it'll be all right. I'm okay with that.
So it ends 10 a.m. tomorrow?
Yeah, well, the beta ends. My stream ends at 9 p.m.
I see.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Interesting.
I'm going to miss Marauders. Damn.
Me too.
What the fuck am I going to play? Tarkov?
Yeah. I'm into Marauders. It's going to be tough going back to Tarkov.
Yeah.
They have a beta sometimes this summer.
Yeah.
So we got that to look forward to.
Yeah.
I'm not rebuilding this. Everybody kept saying, they're like, is this your like old 747 like cockpit? I'm like, dudes, I live in a studio apartment. There's no storage. That shit went out on the street 2 years ago.
Yeah, so where the fuck you gonna
someone else is living in the 747 now.
And soon someone else will live in
this shit too.
pod.
Yeah, they're gonna be living in my pod in 2 days.
A homeless man is about to get an incredible new upgrade. A spaceship.
That's awesome.
He's gonna be in there on the periscope like
I so wish I could take it out in like one piece and leave it on the sidewalk.
You should leave like a little note with instructions on how to operate the vessel, you know? Like over here, the thing on the wall is for pressurization. You got to turn the handle. You got to use this to.
The intercom's a little finicky, but if you gotta like jostle it to get it to.
Yeah. When you leave, you're gonna want to put on this helmet. Even when your sister-in-law comes over or whatever.
Yeah.
God.
Well, yeah. There you have it.
Wow, what was this, episode 74?
74.
Episode 74, guys. That's a wrap. I'm calling it. That's a wrap. There was a little weird moment where our cameras went out and everybody might have moved around.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about that though. Everything was all part of our master plan. Yeah. Go check out Dekie. He won't be live. Well, he might be live.
I'm done. I am done by then. Yes.
He might be live by then, but it won't be the.
I mean, you can still go in and make fun of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting on a beach in goddamn Aruba or something, dude. Renewing my visa. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
We'll have showered by then, probably at least,
Probably.
and turn the stream off and on.
And our teaser for Dungeons and Dragons will be out probably on the channel by now, so go watch that because that teaser should be out by Thursday.
All right.
Thanks,
Episode
gamers.
74. That's a wrap. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next Thursday. What's up, gamers? Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. We put a lot of work into these. If you liked it, consider becoming a member just by clicking the join button down below this video. Becoming a member will get you access to exclusive members-only benefits like a monthly live stream, as well as an extra hour-long episode every week on top of the main episode. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. And as always, we will see you next week.